Welcome, I'm Tomo and this is my show, Big T Cooks. I'm just wanting to share my love for cooking at home with you guys, and hopefully it gets you guys inspired to do some stuff at home as well. So get involved, get your mum and dad, kids involved. Got the kids doing the camera work for me, so doing the preparation work, ingredients, just get everyone to have a crack. I'm not a professional by all means, so all this kind of stuff's just not winging it at home, but just trying to teach everyone to have a crack at barbecue cooking. We're going to do a lot of kind of stuff on barbecue, coals, which is my favourite kind of stuff to do. So today's cook, we're going to do some pork ribs. We're going to slow cook them over some coals, a heap of cherry wood to get some smoke into that pork, and then obviously just finish them off in the barbecue with some barbecue glaze. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll get cooking soon. Okay guys, so what we've got here, just got our pork ribs. I've just taken them out of the cryovac there. Obviously I'm not going to show you doing that, that's pretty easy. So I'm just going to give them a quick pat dry, a little bit of moisture from that from the cryovac there. So just give them a quick pat dry on the top side. A little bit of mucking around. Obviously you're going to put some wetting agent on it for the rub to stick, but I'll just like patting that dry anyway. So we'll have a bit of a crack at just getting rid of some of the fat that's at the back here. Like it's pretty much unwanted fat. So we'll have a little bit of a trim around, stuff like that. Chuck that there. Still pretty fatty, so you've got to try and have a bit of a crack at getting that off. Like I said, not a real good chef, but see how you go. Okay, so what we've got here, obviously our ribs have been cut. We've got the American mild mustard there. That's obviously your binder. I'm going to cover both sides in that. I'll show you in the next clip. Then we're using our Lane's barbecue sweet heat rub seasoning. So mustard first, both sides, binder, and then we're just going to sprinkle some of this Lane's barbecue over all sides of the ribs. Just cover as much as you can. A little bit on, try and get all sides, so the rub's going to stick to all on the sides too. All around, give it a good massage. Yeah, Lord, pork loves a good massage. That's what you do with your food. You've got to take care. Look, give it another little bit of a shake, make it finer. Pop that, and here we go. This is the dollar shot. All right, what we've got here, so we've got our coals in the kettle there. I prefer, once you fill your charcoal basket with your charcoal starter, with the beads, I prefer using the wok burner on the side of my barbecue. I believe it gets a cleaner burn. Obviously you can use your little white smelly briquettes, whatever they're called, the fire starters, but you can definitely use them if you wanted to. Make sure you put a rock or some concrete rock so you can light them underneath, but I use this. This will only take probably 15-20 minutes. Once they get going, we'll throw that into the kettle Weber. But yeah, wok burner, happy days. That'll nice clean heat. All right, here we go guys. So we're just going to set up the kettle Weber here for our cook. So just got some heat beads. Doesn't matter what brand you use. I've tinkered with a couple, but yeah, I've just got normal charcoal beads here. So we're just going to fill it up on one side. So tip it in. Usually I have a bit of a usually have a little bit of a grate there, but like I said, I haven't got one yet, so just kind of stack them as nicely as you can, far away from the other side, so it's like an indirect cook. So we'll leave them there, stack them up nicely. Somewhere to put some cherry wood too. So like I said, this ain't professional, this is good fun backyard cooking. So we'll leave a bit of an area for the ones that we like. All right, so we've got pulled the coals off the barbecue, off the wok burner. So like I said, I've just set up these coals, put the lit ones here. Obviously once that warms up, that'll just keep going around for our nice long slow cook. So let's tip these in now, nice and hot. Just be careful. Bang, beautiful. A few in there, probably put a bit more than usual, but we are living in Ballarat and it is cold. Looks sunny on the screen, but just place them to the left hand side. Most of them are burnt over. Pretty happy with that. So leave that as is. Next step, let's chuck our water tray in there. Like I said, just have to move a few around. A little bit of mucking around. Here and there. Beautiful. And now we want our cherry smoke wood. So get them from any store. Sorry, I'm in the way there. But we're just going to place them. Might just place one straight over the top there. One a little bit around, so once it gets cooking, it can get another bit of smoke. So that's done, and let's just chuck our top lid on. Let's do that. What we want, we'll just leave that top vent open, just open that a little bit, see that smoke start to get going. What we'll do there, we obviously leave our coals heat on this side, then we're going to have our ribs opposite. We're going to put some boiling water in that water tray, which keeps that'll keep that moist, and obviously that smoke will go over the top of the meat and out the top. So we'll be back in 5-10 minutes once it warms up to put our ribs on. Yeah, all right, we've been here for about probably 15-20 minutes, up to about probably 130-140 degrees, which I reckon is fantastic for a long slow cook. You see all the cherry wood starting to catch now. So what we do, boiling hot water in the kettle. Now we're just going to chuck that, just tip that into the pan. Like I said, that just adds the moisture underneath the ribs. So full one of that. That's enough there. You can just keep refilling that as you go. So the ribs have been going now for at least 20 minutes. Have a look at the colour on them. See how much they've changed. So what we do here, okay, so over to here, let's chuck the bigger ribs on first. Let's just go about there, obviously away from the flame, and we'll chuck the other one just there, a little bit back from the fire, like that. How good's that look? What do you reckon, guys? On the kettle, cherry wood smoked. They've come up pretty good. There's a fair bit of bark on there. They smell absolutely fantastic. Like, oh yeah. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to put these in some foil. So stay with me. We're just going to throw some butter down. A couple of little cubes in there. Just whack it around either way you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. This is for the tenderization of the ribs. So now we've got some brown sugar as well. Just tip some, just get a little bit on there, just scatter it all around. If it gets scattered, that's it. A little bit sticky. Bit of sugar, butter, beautiful. And there, double them up. Look at that. That one there. Now we'll just put a dabble of honey on. Just squiggle that around. Happy days with that. Not perfect. Whack that on. Just give it a little spritz. Not much. A little bit of moisture. And here we go with the ribs. Oh yeah. Put them face side down. I'll tell you why in a sec. Two of them. Oh, they're nice and tender. Okay, here we go. Let's do some wrapping. Never wrapped Christmas present before, but see if we can wrap up some ribs. Like that from the outsides in. Like that. And pull that across. Like I said, I don't do Christmas presents. Like that. Oh, little parcel of joy. On there, a little bit of a spray on top of this one there. Probably should have put some butter, honey and sugar on the top there. So there's my first little mistake. Big T's home cooking. I should have put some butter and honey and sugar on top, but I'm not going to worry about it. So there you go. We've already made a mistake, but that's what we're here for. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. See, we're doing it our way. We're not doing it any other way. Oh well, here we go. Wrap that up. And what we do now, we'll wrap them up nice and tightly, and then we'll throw them back on the Weber, which is back heating up again. Fold that. Beautiful. All right, we're back again. So we've had 2 hours of smoke. We just wrapped them up, as we said before, with the sugar, butter, and honey. So It's been on for an hour, roughly at around 150 degrees, which is pretty good. So like I said, you have to muck around with the vents and all that as well, so do that. So we'll take it off, give you a quick squeeze when they're wrapped up. All right, we'll have a bit of a, let's have a bit of a look here. Oh yeah, look at the steam coming out of that. Oh, unbelievable. See what that does there, like all that juice just stays in, tenderises the meat, which is the butter, sugar, bones starting to pull back, so pretty well. And we'll just do the other one. We might take them off pretty soon. Here we go. Stay with us, crew. Oh, even better. Okay, so what we'll do now, we might even take them off. I'll take them off, and then what we'll do, we'll put some barbecue sauce on them, and then we'll come back and chuck them on the barbecue, on the coals, and they'll be done. Okay, so we've got the next step here. We've just taken the ribs out of the foil with all the butter, honey and sugar. Like, they're really pliable. I reckon they've come up really good. So now we're just gonna get some Lane's barbecue sauce, just a few little dribbles on it, and then we'll just kind of brush it on lightly, and we'll see how we go. See how we go with this. Try and get a bit of a glaze. Like I said, I'm not really a painter, but we'll see how we go with this. Bang. And we'll chuck that back on the barbecue, but that just puts a bit more extra flavour on top of the ribs, but I think they've actually come up pretty good. So nice little glaze. Let's do this other one as well. Bit of barbecue. Bang, here we go, the painter back. It'll probably be a bit too much on that one. Here we go, just nice little pat. Back and forward, go back on the other one. More for presentation, but I think they've come up pretty good. It's nearly taken 3 hours to do this. So next one here, we'll just chuck that back on the barbecue over the coals there, just opposite, and try and just cook that barbecue sauce on top of it, and then we're eating. Just actually glazed them now, so we're just going to chuck them back on the barbecue. We'll let that barbecue glaze cook on top of that, and we're ready to go. So what do you reckon, guys, so far? It's been a pretty cool video. Hope you're learning something. Like I said, DIY cooking at home. We're trying our best, but these smell the best ever. Like, if you get the cherry wood going, the pork, it's fantastic. So, all right, we'll be back with the eating. Final product. Look at that nice pork rib there. Got a little bit of, like you said, the smoke there that's come down through the meat. Like I said, I'm not the best chef, but they smell amazing, and we're just going to do a bit of a try now, see how that tastes. Off the bone, juicy, succulent, fantastic. So pretty much, guys, thanks very much for sharing our first ever YouTube video. We'll be posting plenty more. We're going to have a lot more guests to come and help cook, see what their recipes are, but really, yeah, really appreciate that, and like I said, really nice. Takes time, but it's really worth it. So we'll be posting this pretty soon, and like we said, like and subscribe, pass on to your friends. Let's get everyone involved. Cheers, Big T Cooks.